This is the card we're going to be doing today. I looked on the calendar the other day and was shocked to realize that Father's Day is a week from Sunday. I think that's right. But it's coming up close, so it's like, oh my goodness, I have got to do a Father's Day card, so I'm not at the last minute preparing all these cards for my son-in-laws and my, where did I put everything? Hold on. There we go. Doing everything at the last minute for my husband and my son-in-laws. So, it's 2-man cards this week. Hopefully that will help you out. So I'm just going to attach, this is Garden Green and Daffodil Delight, and we're just going to attach those together, and then we're going to get going with the main part of the card. I usually have this done, and I thought I did, but apparently I didn't, so oh well, didn't take too long. So I'm just going to set that aside.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Rowling, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. Thank you for joining me today. Don't worry about sizes or supplies for this card as they are attached to this video. If you enjoy watching this video, could you please like and share, as this helps me grow my channel? And if you could leave a comment, that would be wonderful, as I love to see where you're watching from or what you think of the card. If you aren't already subscribed, please click the subscribe button and hit notifications so you will know when I post a new video. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. My contact information is attached.
And I'm going to take this card here, or this, it's 5 by 3 3/4, so it's fairly, it gives a little bit of an edge around it. And I've started off with my, oh, I should tell you what stamp sets I'm using. I'm using mostly Campology. I'm using the Tent and this stamp set here, and then you can use this on the envelope and on the inside, or you could use this. Just depends on who you want it for. If they drink coffee, that would be perfect. And then I'm using this stamp right here, and it's a reversible stamp. So I'm going to stamp this in a dark color, and this is going to be in the lighter color. And then I'm going to cover it up with, well, not cover it up, but put the trees in front of it and that. And I use this dottage here for the Starry Sky. So I will show you how I did that. So, I will get out, I used basic gray. Whoa, I did not attach that well. I had it on the other side because that's what I used last. So I just put it back. So now, get that out of the way. And I'm putting this here. And then I'm moving it and putting it there. And get rid of this because you know me, accident waiting to happen. And I will take my chamois and I will clean off my mountain detail side, and I will put the non-detail side up. And I'm doing that in Smoky Slate. I just like the color combination of Smoky Slate and basic gray together. And then move it over here. Just like that. And see how you get it in the background? Now I'm going to put that aside and then put this aside because I don't need that anymore. And stick that up there out of the way because, yeah, I need desk space. Okay, now I'm getting out my kit for embossing. There is an awesome kit in the new mini catalog, July to January. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Oh, that's better. Sorry about that. Now, this is my white embossing powder. And this is my Versamark. And this is my embossing buddy. Now, they don't call it embossing buddy. You get a black one like this. I've had this for years and years. And you get an embossing buddy. You get a brush. This is not the brush. And you get a pair of tweezers to in with it. It's amazing. If you don't have that, it's wonderful that they've come back. I don't know why Stampin' Up! Took the embossing buddy away. I just don't get it, but because it's something that you really need if you're going to emboss, because it takes the static away so that there's spaces between what you emboss and they just disappear. Like, you can have a nice outcome. You're not going to have it all over the place because of static. Now, I just turned my heat tool on and that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put that back because we're going to need it later. And I'm going to put this away because I've got my heat tool out and I do not want the heat tool to do anything. Now, I have different sizes of brushes so that I don't want this on the mountain. Just to be on the safe side. I don't think I got it on the mountains, but you never know until you check it. So it's just best to check and blow it off and do all those things. Now I'm going to put that back so I know where it is, because I have a tendency to lose things, as you well know. Now, when you're embossing, you try to heat up your heat gun beforehand so that it's reached a good temperature, and then you do not aim it like this because you can burn your paper. But if you aim it off so that it goes across, it's much better. And actually you can see as it turns, you can see that it has done its job and it's heating it up and turning it into this the shiny that you want. And you just keep going over top of it until you reached it. And I think, oh, there's a few more there that I need to get. But I don't want to burn it. Although in this case, I don't think it would really matter because I'm going to go over this with a dark sky. But you want to get all those stars showing. Now, I tried it several different ways. I tried several different stamp sets, and this is the one that I came up with that I like the best. So I am taking my brush and I'm taking my Starry Sky, which is perfect for this. I thought this was absolutely perfect. And you go around, but you always make sure that you're not going to get globs. And then you slowly, whoops, I need to put this on as I'm going across. It just takes a few minutes to get it to the color you want. And you can see the spots. I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but they're there. I can see them, which is very cool. See how globby that would be and streaky? You don't want that at all. You want it to look nice. And I'm just going to raise that up a bit. I just stamped the stamp on a Post-it note, and then I cut it out, and this is what I ended up with, so that I can mask whatever I'm doing. Don't want to get the blue on the mountains, because it does change the color of the mountain, but only in that area. And you, oh, well, that was not smart. I must have moved it. I had it there. I had another one and I can't find it. Lovely. I had them both out here because I was using both. But obviously, yeah. Let's go this far. Whoopsie. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time, but it is well worth it. When you get the card done and you see how pretty that sky looks, yeah, it's well worth it. I think I'm going to see if I can, no. I wonder. Yep, there they are. There's that one. I knew I had them, but where did they go? There we go. That's much better. I did two because, as I said, I did the second stamping in the background to make it look in a distance. That makes it much easier to do. Stamp two, mask, and then just go for it. Just easier. Now you can see that sky, and with the stars in it, it's not bright yet. So I just take my microfiber cloth and come over top of it and take all the ink off those white stars. Doesn't that look nice? And so easy to do. So now we're going to put that aside and that aside. And we're going to get out more. We're going to emboss down here. And I have my black embossing powder, because I don't use it as often as I use the white. I have a bigger container of the white. Oh, I did get messy. But the black, I just have the small container of it. Well, I don't know where you're from, but I'm not too happy with you. I'm going to just do, no, if I take that off, I will take it off. Hopefully it will take it all off. And I'm just going to put that there just to be on the safe side. and I will know where I'm going to put it. There. Take that off. Now I'm going to do it again. Only this time I'm doing it on this side. And those two trees that I didn't, well, the one tree that I didn't do, I'm going to put both of them, if I can, ink them up. And now I'm going to take my chamois and just go over as much as I can. And those two are going to be down here, and I want it partially off on the corner. There we go. Now I am bringing my cardstock over here, and whoa, I got a lot out. Yeah. Not exactly the way I wanted to do it, but it works. Okay, so now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to brush as much of this extra off as I can where I don't want it. And depending on how much of a hole you've left and where you've left it depends where you're going to put the tent. And like I say, I like to use small brushes to get off the pieces that are in the way. And I have another small brush here. And I would be afraid to go in here with a big brush, just because I could knock it off, and I don't want to knock it off now that I've got it on there. There. Okay, that works. And then I'm just going to, and the one from Stampin' Up! Works exactly the same as this, and it has a plug down here that you can plug it. I had plugs. I cannot find my plug. Oh. And then you just take your brush and it's so cheap that you could actually throw this all out if you wanted to. It's not a big deal, but I am very frugal and I like to save as much as possible. But anyways, there we go. Now I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to put this aside, and then I'm going to yes, there's a lot there that I missed, because I don't want to get that into my stuff. So now I'm going to put my Versamark away, and hopefully that's clean, and then we will continue with, oh, I didn't turn that on now, did I? While I wait for that, I'm going to get out my green have that ready, and I'm going to get my tent ready. Put that aside. Got those are done. Get those out of the way. And now we're going to do the same with this. And we're going to aim it across. And I'm trying to do it so that you can see it as it goes across, how it turns shiny. I hope you can see that. I love embossing just for that part, that you can literally see it taking shape as it happens. Cool, eh? Now we go over here. And every card that you do is going to be different, because you're not going to get the trees exactly in the same spot or the mountains in exactly the same spot. It's just going to be different every time you do it. There we go. Because you see here, I have come down farther with this one than I did this one. I actually put that one higher than this one. And it doesn't matter. Like, it's okay. Whichever way you do it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. So I am going to stick that right there. There we go. Now I'll put that aside and that aside. And I will get out my markers. My blends, I should say. Let me see. I don't need that one. Now, I'm taking my dark pumpkin pie, and I am going over all the lines that the detail that the Stampin' Up! Artist made. And then I'm going over it with my light pumpkin pie. Now I want this to look like it's lit up, so I'm just going around the edges, and then I'm going to put this in the center, and I'm going to go over the whole thing just to blend it in. And I will sit and let that dry for a few minutes. And if it lightens up enough to make it look like the tent is lit up, then we will leave it. Otherwise, you can go over it with your color lifter. So it's totally up to what it turns out like, but it has to dry for a few minutes. Now this is my garden green, and I'm taking my green brush and I'm going over the mountains. And I do have a mask for my tent. There we go. Again, this takes a little bit of time, but the results are well worth it. There we go. I'm just going to hold it as I go around the top part and get this grass green, and then I'll show you what I did to make it look not like because right the way it is right now, it looks solid, and no grass is solid. You have to, is that, no, that's okay. I thought maybe it was some embossing powder that I missed, and I wouldn't want to get that in my ink pad. So how's everybody doing today? Are you enjoying the sunny weather finally? It has been a miserable week this week here. It just rain, rain, rain. I don't know if you've had rain. Oh, so much. Just so much rain. It's crazy how much rain we've had. We have standing water around our house in the low spots. Oh, it's crazy. See how it's coming out? Like it is showing quite nicely the green. Just go over that a little bit where it was up, and I am going to fill that in with my here. I did on the other one, and I was going to try it because it's actually what the canvas over top. And I thought, I found that. It's like, oh, well, I better make it. Nope, it's better to make it like that. Do it the way I had done it. So, put that aside so I don't lose that. Now, I am taking my shaded spruce marker, and I am just going to go over these, and it gets me doing basically what I want to do all over the grass. So I'm just going to scribble basically, but not very big, just littles, dots, lines, whatever, but I'm kind of scribbling back and forth. See what I'm doing? I hope you can see. I'm going very fast, aren't I? Maybe I better slow down a little bit so you can see. Just doing, does that help? Like I'm just squiggly little lines. But it makes it look like grass. You can do this with all your grasses just to give it a little bit. Now sometimes you will want it longer, and then what I usually do is like this kind of thing. Can you see that? Like that. And it looks like longer grass, like on a beach or something like that. You could do it. But this is a campground, so I kind of wanted it a little bit under control because you didn't want to have tall grass where you're working. So now this isn't as light as I would like it. So I'm just going to take my color lifter and just go in the center right here. And it will lift the color and make it look like it's lit up for like you've got a light inside your tent. Now if I can find there it is. I'm doing good. I haven't lost anything yet today. I'm so proud of myself. I shouldn't say it. I might jinx myself though. Now, before you lay this down, you could put twine around this if you would like. But I should just lay it this way and just press it down. But my last card had twine on it, and I just didn't want to put 2 cards with twine on. But you could put twine around here or up here, and then you could have your Happy Father's Day coming from it. Now, I don't have a Happy Father's Day from the current catalog, so I just took an old stamp set I had and cut out Happy Father's Day. It was actually handsomely suited. Have a Happy Father's Day, handsome. So I just stamped it, and then I cut out Father's day, and then I cut out happy and threw the rest away. But I cut it small enough that it was just the word, and then I backed it with the green, the garden green. And I see I have a glasses. Work for me, please. There. So you can put this anywhere you want. On the other one, I had a spot that I wanted to cover up that it wasn't to my satisfaction. So I covered that up. Now, I think this one, that looks nice. And then right there. And like I said, you can put twine around it and do that if you choose. But I choose not to this time. See how it's starting to look more like there's light coming out from inside the tent? Make sure I get it straight before I put it down. There we go. Now take this one and put the glue on the right side, not the decorated side. There we go. Actually, if I have my tweezers, the tweezers that are in that kit that I was telling you about are scissors or tweezers like this, where you have the offset and you push them, but they hang on very nicely, I'm told. I haven't purchased them. There we go. Now, oh well, get another one. Sorry, I'm getting in the way. I was pretty sure I had the card backing down, but I have all kinds waiting. I have all my whites pre-cut ahead of time so that I don't take a lot of time doing them every time I do something. So I have my normal sizes. I have this size, which is 5 by 3 3/4 cut, and there's quite a few of them. And the one for inside, the 5 1/4 by 4, I have all kinds of those cut. And I have the 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4, all cut too. So it just makes it easier for me to just do my cards and not have to worry every time about doing them. Now, this is the lantern, and it is adorable. And you can color it, or you can leave it black and white. Now, you could put this on, or you can put the coffee pots. Or you could put one on one side, one on the other. Totally up to you. Isn't that cool? This stamp set is such a nice stamp set if you have a family that likes to camp. My family likes... My husband used to be a Boy Scout, and he would camp all the time. So this is a perfect thing for him. I like glamping. I camped as a little girl, but now I like to be close to the washroom. I don't want to have to get up, go outside in the night, and go camp finding the Biffy. That's just not my thing right now. When I was younger, I did it, but not now. I'm too old for that. And, oh, that wasn't very smart. So, for this, when I colored it, I did the light and dark Daffodil Delight and the light and dark Real Red. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference between the Real Red and the light and the dark. So you could just do one color, choose the color you want. I would choose probably, if you want a red, I would go with the dark. But I'm choosing to let this be black and white this time. And there, what do you think? Do you like the coffee pot best, or do you like the lantern best? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this card, and it gives you an idea what to make, what you can make for Father's Day if you need to make a card for your husband, son, whatever, grandpa, whatever. This would make a nice one. I'm sure that they would be happy to get it. So thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you being part of my channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing, but big welcome to my channel. Thank you to all my regulars, and for those that comment. Your comments mean the world to me. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye now.